energy. Because if you don't have that energy backing you up, you don't have time to make a decision. And that's sort of my concern. Especially because Queen of Pentacles comes in the reverse. If you come in the upright, I don't think I have so much worry about it. I think we gotta move fast. Okay, so 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, Star in the upright. Shoot. Yeah, you don't have a good direction yet. That's okay, that's okay. Okay, don't hold your breath. It's gonna be fine. So, here's the deal. You're indecisive right now because you frankly haven't really had the time to think about what you want. All you know is what you don't want. Obviously, you know this hasn't been working for you. I'm gonna suggest something, Taylor, and I really hope that you keep your heart open with me on this when I say it. I think you need to completely change your entire career. This is why I'm like, no, you need a factory restart. 2 Pentacles in the reverse, you're like, I'm indecisive, I don't know what to do. And then what's the solution? What's the solve to the Star in the upright? The Star talks about direction, it talks about finding yourself, and it talks about finding the path. Ladies are always top of mind because we're 3 jobs at one point. Yes, okay. You need to figure out what you want and where you're going before you try to start going there. And I think that's a little bit of a foreign concept for you. It doesn't surprise me when you say you worked 3 jobs at one point. Because this energy is like, I haven't had time to even really think about who I want to be and what I want to do and where I want to go. And like, okay, so with finances, it's easier said than done to be like, just slow down and think about what you want. Like, we're all living in a world, you know what I mean? Like, that's not just reality for most of us. That's why I asked that question. Do you have somebody helping you out financially? Because it's going to completely change which path we take here. It almost feels like you might accept something to get by in the meantime. And in your personal life, you're going to have to do some private reflection about where you want to go. I'm going to be honest with you, Taylor. I could see you going back to school for something else. I could see you taking a mentorship or an internship in a very different field and doing full 180 of your career. You weren't 100% wrong with your initial career choice, and it's that you want to advocate for people and you want to uplift them and you want to use the knowledge that you have to help them. That's the core of it. You weren't wrong at the core, but it is not the career for you. You know? So anything that follows those guidelines is going to probably be better off for you. Like I said, I do think that it's going to be some patchwork and it's going to be a couple of jobs and maybe helping you get by that weren't exactly what you want to be doing. I do implore you, Taylor, to find out your 10th house if you happen to subscribe to astrology, because it's going to help direct you a lot in terms of your career. Aries is an initiating glamorous sign. I would expect you to have a career that's pretty loud, to be honest with you. I love the work I did, but it wasn't who I was. Yes. And now it's in free fall. That's where like you weren't 100% wrong. It just wasn't right, you know? Taylor, what is the answer for you here? Follow questions, things that are going to be helpful? Also, if it sounds like I'm sick, it's because I am. And Sarah, you're on deck. After that, we'll be followed by Ale, Katie, and Shane. And Kelsey, I got you too. Kelsey, I literally always love your notes. Kills me. Until you said what Aries being pilots. I know 2 Aries who are not. I know, they're always pilots. I swear to God. I have talents in writing. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if you have Sagittarius somewhere prominent in your chart. Also, Patricia, I got you. I don't know why. I find that people with prominent Sag placements tend to be really good writers. There it is. I knew it, especially in an emotional center. I was like, it's giving Sagittarius. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat with your Sag moon, yes, that could be a very good fit. That's so funny. And I was like, Sagittarius? Let me